Okay, so the other day I presented this triangle, the magic triangle is what it's called. And actually, this can be used for various equations, but I'm just going to show it to you on potential energy. Okay, basically, you put your potential energy at the top of the triangle, you put your mass, your gravity, and height at the bottom. Anything that is on top of each other, like a fraction, you're going to divide, and anything that's next to each other, like in multiplication, like in this part of the equation, you're going to multiply. So I'm just going to use one quick example of a problem. So it says, how many joules of potential energy does a kilogram block have when it's lifted at a height of 4 meters? So you don't do this any problem any different than you normally would when you're using the guess method. So our givens are um, mass, and that's 4 kilograms. Our height is given, and that is 4 meters. And we know, was that four? I'm sorry, it's 2 kilograms. My eyes are bad. 2 kilograms. Okay. And then we also know that gravity is always 9.8. So that's another given. So these are our givens. Our unknown is given to us right at the beginning of this problem because it asks us how many joules. And so we know that joules means potential energy or of potential energy. So that's our unknown. So I'm going to go ahead and write PE equals question mark. So that's what we're trying to solve for. Okay. Now, in this magic triangle, I am going to go ahead and write the numbers. So this is where you would choose your equation. And I'm going to go ahead and use this as my equation. This is how I'll find out what my equation is actually. Okay. So at the top, we don't know what our potential energy is. So we're going to put a question mark here because we don't know what that is. Okay. At the bottom, we're going to put all of our givens in here. And all of our givens are mass is 2. Our gravity is 9.8. And then our height is 4. Let's see. Now, hopefully you can see this. Okay. So I am running out of space here. But anyway, so as we look at this triangle up here, everything that's next to each other, we're going to multiply. So I'm just going to go ahead and multiply these numbers straight across. Get out my trusty calculator. And I'm going to go ahead and clear. And then I'm going to go ahead and go 2 times 9.8 times 4 equals. It comes out to be 78.4 joules. Or if you're rounding, it's 78 joules. And I'm going to circle the answer. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can move this up some more so you can see more of this. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Now I'm going to show you how to do one that requires division. That means we're going to be looking for something down at the bottom. Okay, so let's see. We are looking for mass. These are problems that we've used before, so that's why I'm doing that. So I'm going to make a magic triangle. And I'm going to read this problem. Okay, I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to write out the whole problem. But it says Samuel is standing on a diving board that is 5.7 meters high. If he has 4,360 joules of energy, what is his mass? Okay, so I'm going to go back into my problem, and it says he's standing on a diving board that is 5.7 meters high. In this problem, our height is given, and that is 5.7 meters. Okay. Also, if it has an energy of 4,360 joules, we know that joules means that that's potential energy. So we're going to go ahead and write down our potential energy is given. And our potential energy was 4,360 joules. Okay. Then it says, what is our mass? Well, our mass is down here, because that's our unknown. But the other known that we have is gravity. So I'm going to go ahead and put gravity back up by my Gibbons and put 9.8. Okay. I'm going to use something dark. And now I'm going to go ahead and plug in my numbers to determine what I need to do to solve this problem. So I'm going to put my finger up here on here to show that, I'm sorry, I'm going to put my finger on the mass because that's what we're looking for. So if I put my finger on the mass, because that's what we're looking for, I will end up with an equation that looks like this. P E divided by our question mark, gravity, and our height. Okay, and we're looking for our mass. Now this, we know we're going to have to divide this potential energy, which is 4,360, by these problems here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my equation or in my calculator. And I'm going to write 4,360. I'm going to do parentheses, 4,360 divided by, parentheses, 9.8 times 5.7. And it comes out to be 78.05. You can round this to just 78. If you were rounding to the nearest tenth, it would be 78.1. Okay, so our answer is 78 kilograms. mass equals 78 kilograms. I'm going to go ahead and circle that. And I'm done. I hope this helps, but you can use this for any of our problems that have, you can set it up where it has 4 pieces. You can even do it if it has only 3 pieces, okay? So if it was something like force equals mass times acceleration, okay? End of that. Hope this helps.